Hello? Hello? Okay. Hi. I'm Surya Quentacinema from uh the hit UIC Radio blog Quentacinema, and this is my blogger podcast where I talk about the Oscars, mostly who I think should have been nominated for the Oscars, and a little bit of who I think might win for the Oscars, and then just a little bit about movies, if I can't think of anything else. Um, okay, we're gonna start with just like kind of like who's nominated for like the big ones, which is like lead actor, lead actress, supporting actress, um, best picture, and cinematography, and also the music ones, score and song, because those are the ones I care about. um, Actor in a leading role is like it's what everyone expected: Chalamet, DiCaprio, Jordan, Mora, and Ethan Hawke. I feel like it can't just say Hawke. He's too many people named Hawke. Um, I guess you could also say that for Jordan. Michael B. Jordan for Sinners. Um, yeah, that was basically what I expected. I mean, I feel like Timothy Chalamet is not going to win it this year. He's going to win it next year. I mean, granted, that's what everyone's been saying every year since like he got like really big and has started doing like Oscar worthy roles, which he's kind of most of his stuff has been like pseudo Oscar worthy, I guess. But I feel like they're just going to keep pushing it off as much. He's going to get like, when they don't award someone for like a really good performance, but then they give it to them the next year for like a mediocre performance, they're going to do that. DiCaprio, I mean, he's not the best part of that movie. That's the thing. The best part of that movie is Chase Infinity, in my personal opinion. But especially when they're doing scenes together, they're both really good. So, I mean, I can see it. Personally, I don't have a real strong opinion on any of this. For lead actor, I don't particularly care. I don't particularly care for, like, not that I dislike any of the, like, lead actors. I don't have, like, a strong opinion on it. Kind of same with lead actress, also mostly because they're all nominated for movies I didn't watch. I know, bad, like, I shouldn't be talking about this. I haven't seen any of the movies. But it's not my fault. They should have nominated, like, should have nominated Chase Infinity. Anyways, actor in a supporting role, like, it's Benicio del Toro, Jacob Elordi, Delroy Lindo. I feel like it should go to Delroy Lindo for Sinners. He's great. He's amazing in that movie. I feel like if he wasn't in that movie, it wouldn't be as good as it actually like it is. Sean Penn, whatever, I don't care. Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. I've heard mixed things about Sentimental Value. It's just kind of like, it's kind of whatever. I'm pretty sure that one's the Joachim Trier one. Is it? The Wi-Fi here sucks. Sorry. But it's really not that good. Yeah, okay, that won't load. I'm assuming it's the Joachim Trier one. But, yeah. As I said, actress in a lead role, I don't know. I haven't seen any of these. I probably should have seen Begonia, but I didn't feel like it. And then actress in a supporting role. For that, I guess I would personally lean towards Wunmi Mosako. She was great in Sinners. Like, she was amazing in Sinners. Again, like, the movie wouldn't have been made without her performance. Yet again. I think also Tiana Taylor for One Battle After Another, but that would be like a second pick, I guess. Which isn't anything against her. It's just, yeah. I mean, I guess you couldn't do either movie without either of them. Yeah, either one, I guess. Um, for directing, I'm actually going to throw in directing in there because, yeah, I want to talk about this. Ryan Coogler has been like one of my favorite directors since I was like first realized people can make movies. Like he was like, I would watch the audio commentary of Black Panther religiously when I was 13 and like I want to say like 2019. I'd watch it over and over and over again. I'd take notes. There's a pile of paper with notes from that. I like memorized some of those fun facts back in the day. One of those was the colors that they wear in the museum scene where Michael B. Jordan's Killmonger is, and he's like gonna rob them. They're all wearing blue, which shows like the tinge of the British Empire that's all around them and colonization. Yeah. Needless to say, I have been a Ryan Coogler fan for a very long time. Um, Thus, I'm partial to him. Also, I want him to have a blank check because Sinners was so good. I think he needs more blank checks. They should give him like $1 million and he can do whatever he wants. More than $1 million, you need like $1 billion to make a movie these days. So yeah. Cinematography. From this, there's like Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Train Dreams. I did not see Frankenstein. I did not see Train Dreams. I don't have Netflix right now, so and I kind of haven't gotten around to pirating that sort of stuff. So yeah. Friend of mine who has seen Frankenstein, 3 friends of mine who have seen Frankenstein. One really loved it, and the other 2 really hated it. And I'm more inclined to believe the 2 that hated it because they're politely, I trust their opinions more. Haven't seen Train Dreams. I don't think I know a single person who's seen Train Dreams. So for cinematography, that's the thing. If you asked me what movie that's released in 2025 that had good cinematography, my answer would be none of these. But I guess I'll go for One Battle After Another. It was shot really well. I liked the way it was shot. But it wasn't like crazy out of the world. Yeah. What was the next one? Oh, music. I'll go for music. I'll do Best Picture at the end. Music is like Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, Sinners. I have been a Ludwig Göransson fan for a very long time as well. He also did Black Panther. He and Ryan Coogler were like best friends in college or roommates in college, and they do amazing work together. He also did amazing work on Oppenheimer. He's also Nolan's guy. So he's got some amazing work out there. If they were still selling CDs of the Oppenheimer soundtrack, I'd buy that. So I'm going for Ludwig Göransson because I like him. Yeah. Also, whenever he talks about like a new project that he has to do, especially one with Ryan Coogler, he talks about how he will go to the places like that these films are set, and he will study their music for a few months. Then he'll come back and start doing the score. And I need someone to hire him for like a film that is set in like either like, you know how like the entire like south and west of like Asia and then also North Africa is kind of hegemonized into one like musical sound. I believe he could fix it partially because the industry will listen to him since he's white. No offense, Mr. Ludwig Göransson. You are a good musician and composer, but most of the reason they listen to you is because you're white. No offense. Anyways, original song, I Lied to You. I listened to the songs from Sinners like on repeat for like the entire fall, autumn season. I really liked it. I was like, this is amazing. And I actually might get back into it once it warms up because it's like a slightly warm weather sound, you know? In my personal opinion, but like that's also just because I'm strange like that about music. I just want it to be anything but K-pop Demon Hunters. No offense to people who like K-pop Demon Hunters. I just don't want to have to deal with a decade of Asian American films that follow that format because people want to make money, blah, 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 blah. If they make an Indian K-pop Demon Hunters, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. It's the industry will be over. Okay. I want to talk about visual effects because they nominated Jurassic World Rebirth for that and F1, but they're all, and Sinners is also up for that, and The Lost Bus. I've never heard of The Lost Bus. What is The Lost Bus? But they're all up against Avatar Fire and Ash. So I'm pretty sure they're going to either, it really depends. Because of like the Paramount sale, was it the Paramount sale or Paramount buying Warner Brothers? No, it was the Paramount sale. James Cameron did say Netflix buying Paramount would be bad, which he's right about that. But Warner Brothers buying Paramount is also bad. Wait, okay, who's Paramount sale? I feel like I'm getting this wrong. No, yeah, I got it wrong. So it's Warner Brothers. Netflix buying Warner Brothers would have been bad. But so is Paramount buying Warner Brothers. The thing is, both of these are horrible decisions. But there's like no other option, and Paramount having control over Warner Brothers means it's like basically like a little bit too big. Netflix having it wouldn't have been crazy big, but it would just mean that like distribution and everything would be funneled more to streaming than actual like seeing things in theaters. James Cameron cares about the theaters, kind of. He did kill celluloid, but I don't particularly blame him to an extent. It is the fault of the fact that everyone saw that digital was making a rise and turned to digital because it was cheaper, and thus like companies could, like the studios could make like cuts in the budget because you don't have to buy film and you don't have to like, and it makes filming easier to an extent, but it also is a lost art then. Yeah. So that's the thing. They might not have Avatar Fire and Ash, which was a great film for visual effects. They might not have that one win out of spite. That's the thing. There's politics to this. That's the thing. That's why I think Timothée Chalamet might not win, because he might be annoying everyone with his Marty Supreme persona and the fact that he's confident about winning the Oscar, which I think he did a Oscar-worthy performance. Anyways, if it's Jurassic World Rebirth, I'm going to be so annoyed. I don't know why anyone would think Jurassic World Rebirth would win an Oscar. Sinners had great special effects, especially because they did the twin effect. But they did it in, like, if you see, like, the interviews of Ryan Coogler talking about how they did the special effects for Stack and Smoke, it's insane. It's amazing. It's, like, amazing. It's so good. It's so good. I encourage everyone to go out and, like, watch that. do I want to talk about any of these other ones? I mean, there's sound, production design. We talk about best adapted screenplay, best original screenplay. Best adapted screenplay should not be Frankenstein. As I said, I am going off. Actually, no, it should not be One Battle After Another. Sure, it's like a fine, like because it's based off of Thomas Pynchon's Vineland, which is a completely different book with the same like plot, like the ghost of the same plot. Like they're doing the same thing. Is like you've got this guy, and then you've got his daughter, and then you've got this the government, and they're all chasing each other and everything. But One Battle After Another is like the defanged version. Everything that's good about Pynchon's Vineland is kind of not in there to an extent. Like, sure, you've got, the characters are kind of weird. They're stranger in that book, which is amazing. And it's very like defanged politics. Like it's Pynchon's novels about communists and such. One Battle After Another is about like the vague idea of revolutionaries. I personally would call it left-ish fiction, as opposed to like leftist, but I'm not gonna go into that. Let me see. For best original screenplay, I've only seen Marty Supreme and Sinners off this list. I've heard It Was Just an Accident is an amazing film. I have not seen it though. My Criterion subscription kind of like, what's it called? Ran out, unfortunately. Yeah. Best Picture. I'm going to go to Best Picture now, and then I'm going to talk about people I wish did get nominated for Oscars. Best Picture, there's like Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. I feel like it's not going to be Sinners because Sinners will win everything else, but not Best Picture. Even though usually it's like whatever wins everything else gets Best Picture, I feel like they're not going to do that. Or it's going to win Best Picture and nothing else. It will be either one. It's not going to be Secret Agent because Secret Agent is a foreign film. And they don't particularly like that. Oscars, in its core, unfortunately, is a celebration of American film. So they kind of don't like outsiders to that extent. Same with Sentimental Value. Maybe One Battle After Another? I don't know. It's like One Battle After Another if you want to make like a non-political political stance is the sort of thing, in my personal opinion. I think they would definitely do that, actually. But, yeah. If it's F1, I'll laugh because... I mean, F1? Really? Like, are you sure? It's an interesting one to have in there, but they always have, like, interesting ones. Yeah. I've realized I'm very non-committal about all of my answers on what I think will win. It's because you never know. I don't like saying anything definitively, because I like being right. So I'm kind of trying to hope I'm right about everything. Yeah. I'm going to move on to my section about all the films I think should have been nominated for Oscars. All of these are like, what's it called? What is it called? All of these, except for one, are films that were not nominated, maybe shortlisted, but not nominated. And yeah. I'm going to start with my favorite film from last year, Magellan, which is Lav Diaz's Magellan. Amazing film. If you ever get the chance to watch it, you have to take it. Very briefly, it is the story of Ferdinand Magellan, who's like the guy who's like, I'm going to circumvent the globe. I'm pretty sure, yeah. And his involvement in the colonization of the Philippines, or the attempted colonization of the Philippines. And it follows him in his trying to conquest, but also how he comes into conflict with religion, and but also how he uses religion as a weapon. And it's a very great film by Filipino slow cinema director Lav Diaz, who's made a whole bunch of really amazing films. He did this one, History of Ha, which I'm going to try and watch this weekend. It's like 4 hours long. His other stuff, I also have his Tale of Filipino Violence, which is 9 hours long. So he does this sort of thing. It's called he calls it a film novel or a cinema novel, and it is just this behemoth of a piece. I think his longest one is 11 hours, and that is Evolution of a Filipino Family, maybe. And they're beautiful works. I just also have class, so I haven't gotten around to much of it. Magellan's a solid 2.5 hours. It's amazingly paced. I've found it to be really easy. You sit down, you watch it. I saw it in theaters at Gene Siskel. It was great. It was very straightforward, everything. Yeah. But I think that one should get 2 acting awards, or definitely 1 acting award for supporting actor. Amado R.J. Babon. He plays, I think his name is Enrique, who is this man that Magellan, who's played by Gael Garcia Bernal, kidnaps from the Philippines and uses as a servant. He's kind of the main character, but also he isn't, if that makes sense. The concept of a main character, he's the narrator for the most part. He narrates a lot of it. So it's from his perspective, but it's about, I wouldn't call him the protagonist, I'd call Magellan the protagonist, but he's also, in a sense, a protagonist. That made sense, trust me. He did a phenomenal job. I think I would also say Gael would be up for lead actor if I had anything to do with it, but I wouldn't say he should replace anyone in the lead actor lineup. I'd say Amado should replace, what's his name? Sean Penn. No offense to Sean, a little bit of offense to Sean Penn. But I also think that they should have gotten international feature. They were shortlisted for international feature, Magellan was. But I think they should have gotten it. Not that I think that it should replace anything that's on there. I don't even know what's on there. Actually, no, it maybe Sirat. Maybe it should have replaced that one. And then also cinematography, though that's one, it could have replaced any of these ones. These are all just the big 5 that are going to be nominated for every major award, so I don't think it particularly matters which one you replace it with. Yeah. Anyways, next film that I wish had been nominated if I had anything to do with it. This one's one that was nominated for stuff, but I wish Chase Infinity was nominated for One Battle After Another, because she was the best part of that movie. Not that every other part was bad, she was just really good. Yeah. And I think Mickey 17 should have gotten adapted screenplay. It might have been shortlisted. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but I feel like it was. Chainsaw Man Reze arc, which I'm quite fond of. I'm a big Chainsaw Man fan. And I saw it early at the Music Box Theater at the Chicago International Film Festival with a good friend of mine. You know who you are. And it should have gotten an animated feature, mostly because, 2 of the 5 animated feature films that are like nominated are like Zootopia 2 and Elio. I haven't seen Arco. I've heard it's pretty good. I also haven't seen Little Amelie or the Character of Rain. I've never heard about that until I pulled up this ballot. I know I'm bad at this. K-pop Demon. I just want K-pop Demon Hunters to lose. No offense to K-pop Demon Hunters fans. I just don't want to deal with another decade of stupid Asian American films. No offense to Asian Americans. I am Asian American. Yeah, I think it should have got an animated feature, but also best original score. The score is really good. Like, there's a lot of scenes that it, like, oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's amazing, honestly. But yeah. My last one. This is a movie I just saw last weekend, and it was like the best movie. I'm going to see it again this weekend. I'm going to try and make it because it is like the last weekend it's showing. I want to see it again. Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Amazing film. It's like about these two friends, and they are in this band called Nirvana, the band, and they are trying to play the show at it's set in Toronto, and they're trying to play this show at their like local venue called the Rivoli, and they want to play their first show there, except they keep scheming about it. They're like, we have to find a way, but like it's not like they just like if they just call them, they like mess it up. It's like because it's a comedy. And so this is like the story of them trying to go back to their younger selves and tell them, hey, this is what you need to do to play a show at the Rivoli. And oh, it's so good. It's also a movie about friendship and how it's kind of beautiful. It's so beautiful, actually. I was like tearing up at the end. I was like, this is the most beautiful thing ever. There's also like a TV show and a web series. I've watched all of the web series, and I'm halfway through the first season of the TV show. It's like it's so good. But for this one, I think Jay McCarroll should be nominated for lead actor because he's so good in this one. Usually in this show, he's kind of like not as much of the focus. Even in the show when he is the focus, he's really good. He's a great actor. He like, I don't know, it's like, he's so good. You'd have to see it to believe me, because the way this is, the film is and the show is shot is that they go out into public and then they just do whatever bit they're trying to do, and then they interact, like the public people will come up to them and be like, hey, do you need help? Or, hey, what are you doing? Why are you like throwing, why are you skydiving off the CN Tower? That sort of thing. Why are you like that? Do you need help? And they go like, yeah, I need help, or no. And like they try to explain what they're trying to do. And so even in the face of like the unpredictability of like being just in the world and doing these things, they're like still really good. It's an amazing film. And I would say Matt Johnson for Best Director. I watched that movie, and then I watched I think I've seen all of his major films. He's got that what's his name? The guy, he's like a cook, and he died. It's Tony. What's his name? The film is called Tony. It's a biopic. And Anthony Bourdain. It's a biopic on Anthony Bourdain. That's coming up later this year, I think. Either later this year or early next year. I hope it's later this year, though. And he also did Blackberry, which was like the one about, like the Blackberry, which is like before the iPhone, and it's like, it's so good. He also has this other film that I just watched last night called Operation Avalanche. Um, and it is about like this CIA team that is infiltrating NASA so that they can help them fake the moon landing. It's amazing. It's like genuinely it's a great film. It's like he does a lot of found footage sort of stuff. And also like we go into public and we just do things and everyone around us doesn't really know we're filming sort of thing. Or it's like we're in a movie but everyone else is like in real life sort of thing. It's really he's amazing. And yeah. Just discovered this guy like 2 weeks ago and he's like he's so good. Like yeah, I don't even know what I could say about it. But Nirvana the Band, the show, the movie is probably like the best comedy I've seen in a very long time. Not that I like don't watch comedies. I usually only watch comedies with like my family, and their taste in comedy is like so much different than my taste in comedy. Like I was like sitting on the floor of BSB between classes watching Nirvana the Band, the show. I was like had to like physically restrain myself from laughing out loud in the middle of the hallway because there's like a whole group of people and they're like sitting like further down and they're like kind of like glancing at me like, what's this guy's problem? Why is he laughing so much? What's so funny? But yeah, that's all I have for films that should have been nominated. I didn't see many new releases. I only saw like 23 new releases and a lot of them were really bad last year. Like, I don't know, Opus, the Ayo Edebiri one, is not good. The Monkey was good because it was bad, but it really was not that good. Yeah, and then like everything is not a particular. It wasn't like a bad year for movies, but it wasn't an amazing year for movies either. Like both are true. Also, then when you got this Paramount acquisition of Warner Brothers, that's also not good. Heads of State was also not good. I didn't see Thunderbirds, the Marvel one. But the other two Marvel ones that came out, Captain America, Fantastic Four, also not good. Bruce Springsteen biopic was just okay. Sorry, Bruce Springsteen. The Superman movie was fine. It's just I don't know why they color graded it like that. It was so difficult to watch. The Mission Impossible movie was fun though. Highest to Lowest was also really good. I'm actually surprised that one wasn't nominated for a single thing. That could have probably gotten Best Adapted Screenplay because it's an adaptation of the Kurosawa one. What is the Kurosawa one? I can't remember what the Kurosawa. It's like High and Low. I was like, is it Highest and Lowest? No, it's High and Low, the Kurosawa film. Which honestly, I liked Highest to Lowest when I saw it. I was like, this is actually pretty good, pretty interesting. There's some parts where I was like, I don't quite know what he's going on about, but I think the vision was there. The vision was there, which is more than I can say for a lot of movies in the past like 4 years. Yeah. I don't know. What's something I could tell you guys about? About movies. I don't know. Go see Nirvana the Band, the show, the movie in theaters. If it's in theaters when this comes out. If it's not in theaters, watch it on digital when it comes out. It is the best comedy film I have seen in so long. You should all go watch it. It's amazing. It's a love letter to movies and it's a love letter to friendship, but it's also like time travel, you know? It's great. It's great. Yeah, that's all I have to say. So, yeah, I'll, yeah, that's the end of everything I have to say. So, bye.